I have some information from Slash as to how things are randomized, but I'm gonna kind of give myself a, I guess kind of a idea of how not to read these. It's the start is interesting. All right, so as you can see, we start off in one of the random levels where you have a lot of Goombas flying around. The physics are not normal, and it's an auto-scroller. And the the music isn't what you would usually expect here. This is the pumpkin level music, so hopefully these guys make it through without dying. And there is the first death from Oh Dear. So unfortunately, with these kind of physics, you move slowly towards these enemies, and death is something that can be pretty normal if you are underneath a block and facing a Goomba. Alright, so we'll see how Beast continues here. He seems to be doing pretty well. Alright, so just racking up kills, not doing too much. Beast does end up getting a star. He is still small Mario, though. We haven't seen any power-ups besides the star. So he will go to the left to start out. Hopefully Deer goes to the right. I want a little bit of a change up here, but I'm not sure what we're going to get. This is the traditional level for this, so this is not randomized. Beast is doing Tree 1, which is nice. It's a great level. So he's going to rack up some kills, hopefully get some power-ups that are helpful to him, while Deer finishes up the Mushroom House randomized level. Alright, so Deer finishes up, and he will go to the left as well. I'm so disappointed. I don't know what to say, man. Alright, so Beast now is Large Mario. Gonna head into Tree 2. We'll see what is in store there. Deer unfortunately died. He'll be back. He'll be fine. Okay, so Beast heading into our favorite, Space 1. This is such a great level because the physics changes. It looks like the physics are normal here. Obviously the audio has changed, the music, but these are the normal space physics that you see in this level. So, Beast will navigate this carefully, trying to get some of these blocks. I'm sure he does want another power-up, not a mushroom. He's gonna want a fire flower or bunny ears. Meanwhile, Deer does grab a fire flower, very useful, so that's a good one. Alright, so now that Beast also has a fire flower, he's gonna actually have to either be really careful on these spikes or go up to the top exit. So for those of you who do not know, there are 2 exits in a number of these levels. The exit lottery is random. You just take a guess. And Beast's guess is top exit. We'll see if it goes to the right place. If it does not, he'll have to do the level over again. Alright, so Beast finishing this off, and he is transported to the wrong area. So he can go through that, or he can reset. He chooses to reset and go back into the level. He will have to take the bottom exit. Alright, so Deer is slightly ahead. However, Deer has to make the correct decision here. Alright, so it looks like Deer is going over these spiky platforms, which will lead him to the correct exit, and Deer will pull ahead of Beast completely by chance. This is not calculated. This is chance. Alright, so Deer going to the Beehive, and it is Mushroom House. Our favorite introductory level in this game is Mushroom House, and we see it once again. No special physics, no scrolling, very simple level, kill the enemies, hit the blocks, get some corner boosts, that kind of thing. Deer will have no issue going through here. And Beast doing the same thing. He'll also get Mushroom House. We can now hear that it is the level music for Castle. Great music, by the way. just great music. But yeah, simple level. Alright, and on Deer's side, he flies through that last part of the screen, goes to the goal. We'll see what's next. And, of course, this is the traditional ending level for this, because I completely forget every single time I play this randomizer that the ending levels for every single zone are the same because you go to the boss arena. So yes. Mashing and whatnot. Really cool. Star Song theme here for Beast, if you're a fan of the Star Song. If you're not, like me, then, you know, it's fine. Kind of block your ears out. Alright, and oh dear, coming up to the first boss here, so we'll be checking out these coins. Thank you so much, Noestra. I believe it's Noestra. If I didn't pronounce that correctly, forgive me as Beast dies. He actually gave me access to the tracker, so we'll be tracking off golden coins here as oh dear gets his first one. Alright, so Beast going into this section here as Small Mario, kind of iffy. He does die there. He's going to be behind a bit, but he can still catch up. We don't know what's ahead. So don't count out Beast just yet. There's only one coin that's been gotten out of the 6 so far. As we see Deer going through what is traditionally Tree 2, I believe. A fun level. I enjoy this level. A little bit different if you have the bunny ears. Alright, so now that Beast has full Mario Gab, you know, costume, he'll be able to take down this boss without any issue. Meanwhile, there are 2 exits here for Deer. He's going to take the top exit, it seems like. We'll see if that works out for him. Alright. Oh, yeah. Did I click the wrong coin? Probably did. Oh, yeah, Tree Zone. Of course. Okay. Thank you, Slash. Alright, so now Beast in the same level that Deer was just in. Once again, another theme associated with Castle. As you approach the castle, you hear this music. But, still... very interesting theme. Not something you would normally hear in the game. Something you only hear every once in a while. And also, it looks like Beast is going to take the top exit as well, so he'll be taking the correct area here to advance. Alright, so once again, with Deer, we have a top exit, bottom exit strategy. He's going to take the top exit. Sorry, the bottom exit. I don't know why I said top. Anyway, let's see if this pays off for him. And it does! There we go. Space Zone. Right to the end of the Space Zone, where you traditionally hear the Star Song. I'm sure Deer is not hearing the Star Song right now. Alright, so after Beast takes the wrong exit, he will be coming back to do this level again, and we'll head into the same area that Deer is eventually. So Beast is losing some time here. The good thing is that there are a lot more of these exit lotteries coming up, so we really don't know what each player is going to have to go through. So as far as what Deer is doing here right now, there is nothing special to it. Normal physics, normal auto-scrolling, and he just navigates his way through the level, hits the power-up blocks, and that's it. It is the longest level in the game, aside from Castle, which can be longer if you take a inefficient route. Okay, then we go over to Beast. He's going to make his way through this level. This is normally a pumpkin zone level. Not too hard to get through. Pretty simple, actually. Although it does have a lot of enemies, and it can generate some lag. But not much to worry about here. Not something like Turtle Zone, where you have Submarine and these other levels that'll cause you a lot of pain. So he'll try to get around this ghost guy, and we'll see what's up in this next room for him. Meanwhile, Deer does get the Fire Flower power-up there. He does want that. Okay. Beast gets by that one ghostly guy. I'm not sure what his name is. Oh, but he gets shrunken there. Oh no, but Beast is taking the top exit, which will not be beneficial to him. So he's gonna get another setback here, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Oh Dear brings down to Tonga, and we get the moon level finish for Oh Dear. So that is 2 coins, as Beast resets due to a wrong exit. Alright, so Deer will make his way over to Macro House now. We'll see how that starts out, while Beast just goes through the same level he did before. So Macro House starting with Submarine. This is a big one. Let's see what kind of nuances Oh Dear gets here. 2 exits once again, but these are a tough 2 exits. The exit to the left side can be particularly tough to get through. The exit to the right side takes a long time to get to, and could be the wrong one, so. This is traditionally called the Gauntlet, where Deer is going in right now, and we'll see what enemies greet him in this area. So we have a shark, bonefish, we have a spiky guy, we have another bullet bill. We have 2 bullet bills. You have to be really careful about this. Alright. Nice job by Oh Dear there. Oh, close. Actually hits the bullet bill but gets killed by him at the same time, so he'll come back in and possibly try that again. So this is definitely where Beast can grab some time here. Beast is on an easy level right now. He just needs to coast through it. It's an auto-scroller. Not much can go wrong aside from going up or down next to a star in the wrong portion of the screen. So we'll see what Deer does to try to advance his odds, and we'll see what Beast does to basically do nothing, because there's not much you can do in an auto-scroller. Alright, so Deer is going to take his chance on the far right exit. It's an interesting strategy because it's so far away, yet you avoid the nuisance of going through the gauntlet. These steps are usually pretty tough, and you can see that he got hit by that shark. He actually has 3 sharks, which is something you'll see once in a while. 4 sharks, okay, so 4 sharks in a row. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Alright, meanwhile, Beast going through this star maze here. Not much going on. Same thing with Deer. He's just checking some of these blocks. He can get a carrot there, which will help him out. Alright, come on, Deer. What are you doing? Alright, thanks. Alright, so this shark here, you can go underneath him. Just walk for a bit. Keep those bunny ears. You're probably going to want them for the next level. I don't know what this level is. I have no idea. Just try to walk under this guy as well. Same thing with this guy, and he should be all set. So let's see if he took the right exit. And he did! Alright, nice. So with Macro Zone, either exit end, but one is faster than the other in terms of how many levels you have to go through. So that's advantageous to Deer, since this is a fairly easy level. So that'll, after he gets through this level where it's just a lot of flying, he'll get to the end level of Macro Zone, and that'll be his third coin. Very nice kill for Beast. That was awesome. So, thank you, Beast, for displaying that. Alright, so while Beast gets coin number 2, Deer is very close to coin number 3, which puts him ahead by a pretty large gap at this point. Now, this is not traditionally how he would do this level. This level would be done with Fire Flower, and he had bunny ears and went to Star. So it's a little bit of improvisation here. Meanwhile, Beast is going through Submarine, which we already know the outcome of. Unfortunately, he's going the wrong way. But that's not a bad thing, because he can still get to his endpoint this way if he makes it through. He just has to play one extra level. Alright, so he gets through those 2 bullet bills, but can he actually make it, is the question. This is really tough here. Meanwhile, Deer does get coin number 3, and unfortunately Beast does die. So Beast will have to go through again. Maybe he will take the right exit instead of the left exit. We'll see. Alright, unfortunately, another death for Beast. Meanwhile, Deer goes through one of the levels that you normally do not see in any percent. I can't remember where this is from. This is one of the... Oh, jeez. One of the bonus levels, I think. Alright, so a jump pattern up here, 2 enemies, that one and another one that Deer is going to have to watch out for. Okay, so he's in good shape. And this is the traditional level for this zone, so Pumpkin Zone 2. Alright, Beast going to an auto-scroller here. We know about this pretty well. Yeah, I mean, if you do 80%, you know about this. A level that just kind of gets in the way. Not much going on here. 3 power-ups total, I believe. 4, actually, if you count the heart in this area right here where Beast is in right now. He can't get it because he's small Mario, but there are 2 other power-ups that you can try to get, I believe, over here. Oh, yeah, that's right. So that was Pumpkin 3 normally. Sorry, not Pumpkin 2. Alright, so unfortunately that was the wrong exit for Oh Deer, so he'll have to go back as well. But he will go through this Gears level. This Gears level is pretty... well... He actually got a pretty neat jump there. That's a, I think, 2-frame jump. To get up there, super jump, to get quickly up to that gear, and always like seeing that in the 80% runs, and pretty impressive there as well. So, we'll see him keep going here. I don't know, Deer does things that I can't keep up with as far as my commentary, so I'm sorry if I missed some things. Nice! Another jump! Alright, So a flower there. Does he? Oh my god! But he gets okay. All right. So no longer has a flower. Drops down a little bit too quickly to one side, and he plays the game. Gets a carrot. Meanwhile, Beast is heading towards the rat ball. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so Deer actually wanted the carrot there. It's the only way he can get through this level. This level has a top exit, which requires you to have bunny ears. So if he did not have bunny ears, he could not do this part. So what he's going to do is, once he gets to the end here, he's going to use bunny ears to get to the top portion and finish the level and advance. So the entire reason he did that level was to get the power-up he wanted to. Alright, so now that he is in this level, Deer is actually in a very simple level. You grab the bubble and you fly forward. However, enemies are randomized. That's what you need to worry about here. Normally you would just grab the bubble and fly forward, but because of the randomized enemies, you could get... That could happen, so... Deer just lost his bubble. Not a big deal. He can still flutter through the level, but... Okay, he almost lost his ears. He did not. He's good. Okay. Got me nervous there. Sorry. Alright, so unfortunately Deer chose the wrong exit once again. He'll need to go back down to that level and choose the lower exit. Not too bad, because it's a fast level, and he just jumps in this bubble and makes sure he navigates down to the lower section. Don't get hit by a flying fish. That's the big thing here. Meanwhile, Beast is in, I believe Jonas corrected me before and said this is Pumpkin Zone 3. So a pretty easy level to get through. I think that Beast is just looking for bunny ears here, just in case he needs to take the top exit. Because any randomizer runner who goes through this knows that the top exit requires bunny ears, and it's probably something you want to try right away if you can. Meanwhile, Deer does get to the bottom exit here, and he's to be pretty good for advancing to the final stage. So this is not randomized as all other final stages, and he will see the witch and get his 4th coin. So hopefully he gets a power-up, because the witch is not nice as Small Mario. Alright, unfortunately Beast took the wrong exit, and he'll have to do that again. Alright, so Beast's gonna do the same thing that Deer did. Beast will go through this entire level looking for bunny ears. As soon as he gets bunny ears, he's gonna basically have the power-up he needs, and he'll go on to the traditional Pumpkin Zone 3, which will bring him to Pumpkin Zone 4. Alright, so Deer going through the witch fight. The witch fight is pretty random. You don't know where the witch is going to appear. So Beast did not get any kind of bunny ears there. He took the game. He will have to get the item that he wants, and there it is. It's the item that he wants, so easy enough. Alright, so the only way for Beast to get through the top portion of this is with bunny ears that he has now. No problem. Deer trying to get through this level, which is normally pretty simple if you have the right power-ups. Otherwise, it's kind of a mess. So, just excuse him while he gets through this. So normally, if you had bunny ears, you'd just be flying up. Deer doesn't. He's gonna take the long path to the right, long path to the left, come back up around. He will probably be able to make it up here. Okay, so the only issue here is he has fire instead of bunny ears. And what is his next level? Okay, so he should be fine here. On the other screen, we see Beast is heading towards the top exit, I think by default, but he doesn't want that. So he will probably have to run through this again. Oh, but he... Okay, alright. He jukes us at the last second, and he takes the bottom exit, and he's good. Alright. That's time gained by Beast there. Probably only about 3 levels behind Deer now, which is good. Alright, so Beast getting close to the witch fight now. As I said previously, the witch fight is RNG. You don't really know what kind of pattern you're gonna get. You need to guess. If you guess wrong, you could get into a bad situation. It's usually not too bad though. There are worse fights in this game. Alright, so that is witch number 1. A wrong guess on number 2. And then number 3 on the right. Pretty easy for Beast, and that is his 3rd golden coin. Oh, that's his 4th, I'm sorry. I messed up. Sorry. Alright, so now Deer getting past spikes, getting past all the enemies here. He is at 93 kills, so he's probably watching his kill count pretty closely. He wants to be at 99 for the castle. And this is the piggy fight. Can be something you want to do optimally, because you can save a lot of time if you do this correctly. You can see that Deer is making quick work of these pigs. That was a good fight. Deer would probably say like he lost 2 seconds or something like that, but it was still a good fight. Alright, so that's coin number 5 for Deer. Alright, so the last 3 levels here before going to castle, we have a very simple space level. What Deer is doing here is probably one of the easiest levels of the game. Nothing that needs to be done. Just needs to move through it. Nothing else. So what Beast is going through now is one of my least favorite levels. Because of these bees, and also because of these grubs that you can't jump on top of, they just have spikes. So there's no way to jump on top of them, and these bees just are in a place that does not make advancement easy. Meanwhile, Deer going through the traditional, I believe this is Macro Zone 1. Pretty easy level if you're going through it straightforward. if you need to go upward, then it's a little bit more complicated. So let's see what he decides to do here. He decides to go up. 2 exits again here. So let's see if he takes the top exit. He does. And is it correct, is the question. And it is. So grats to Deer for taking the correct path there. He is almost to castle with the last level here. Not an easy level. He falls down there. Needs to be a little bit careful around these corners. Alright, money bags. He wanted a power up. He got money bags, unfortunately. He'll have a chance at another power up coming up soon, but this little gauntlet right here provides a interesting. Okay, alright, he's good. Meanwhile, Beast gets to the Three Pigs fight. He'll make his way through this fight pretty quickly with Fire Mario. And Deer gets bunny ears, which can be useful, but is not exactly what you want here. Alright, so 5 coins for each runner, and Deer about to get his 6th coin. And he will go to Castle while Beast goes through the 3 levels of Turtle Zone. Alright, so coming into Castle for Deer. This should be normal physics, I believe, but I won't say anything yet. Okay, yep. So nothing much here. Deer is used to this kind of castle. I would expect that he gets through pretty quickly. Yep, no issue. Meanwhile, Beast going through this section here in Turtle Zone. Not much to say. We've already seen Deer do this. We know the exit, it's the top exit. So hopefully Beast takes the top exit here. So unfortunately, Deer does have a death there. He'll just go through again. Honestly, this is what he's used to, though. Like, if you take any zone that runners are used to practicing over and over and over again, it's Castle. So a funny juxtaposition here. We hear Beast's music while Deer is in Castle, and Beast's music is Castle. So, however you want to interpret that, that's fine. These platforms that Deer is jumping over are also randomized, so he has to be careful of that. But he is pretty far ahead, so no big worries here. Alright, so after taking the wrong exit, Beast in a similar situation here, he'll have to go back and take the top exit. And make sure he keeps Fire Mario. That's the important part. Without Fire Mario, he cannot get the top exit. Alright, Deer getting that star right there, and he is in Wario 1. Small Mario is kind of tough here. You need to make sure you do everything correctly. Small Mario is especially tough in the second one, so I think Deer is going to get the power-up here. And he does. Alright, so that's 1, 2, and 3. So Deer should be all set to finish this off in 35 minutes. Unfortunately, Beast got hit there, which means he can't get up to the correct exit. Meanwhile, Deer does finish off, and gets an official SRL time of 35 minutes and 29 seconds. Very nice for Randomizer. So, congrats to Oh Deer for winning that one, while Beast tries to figure out the best way to get out of here. But GG to Oh Deer. Alright, so meanwhile, we see Beast going through the final level of Turtle Zone. Always a treacherous level in any percent, a treacherous level elsewhere, as we can see. So he's Small Mario now. He needs to be very careful about his advancement here. So that shell, he'll jump over. That bonefish, he'll jump over. And here is the 6th golden coin, held by the octopus.
Hello.
Hello. So, how did you feel about that randomizer? It seemed pretty simple.
It was an easy one. I mean, it was an easy seed, and that showed. Usually you don't really see the difference that much between a hard seed and an easy seed, but this one was pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, you still have the lottery of entering the correct doors, but in general, there wasn't much to work on in terms of physics change.
I was just talking to Beast about it. When the both of us race randomizer, especially easy mode, it's usually all about who gets the right exits, and
yeah,
that was me in this one. I was really lucky with the exits.
That's the nice thing about hard mode. Do you feel that going into the next race in hard mode, it'll just be more of a toss-up in between, like, physics and having to deal with separate exits?
It's gonna be, like, the physics will play a bigger role, definitely. And you can just encounter certain situations that you are not used to, and maybe, like, a few people may have seen it last week. We encountered one situation that we could not deal with. We figured it out after the race, but we had to give up last week on figuring out how to get out of that one level. And something like that can always happen, so you can get stuck much more easily.
What was that? Can you explain it?
We had the moon level with moon physics, and it was an auto-scroller.
Oh.
And the right exit was up top.
Wow, okay. So hopefully that won't happen again this time.
It can now. We know how to do it now.
Yeah. Is it easy, or...?
It's not easy, but it's doable.
Okay, alright.
I would say I can do it consistently in 3 tries.
Okay.
It's still the hardest thing you can encounter in this randomizer.
Well, it's almost like I wish I had you guys for commentary with me to kind of prove how hard some of the stuff actually versus me looking at things and saying, alright, that looks pretty hard, but they can probably get through it.
I mean, we can do that. we can just hop into the voice ball.
Yeah, you can join, especially when something tough just join in and
I mean,
ask me for advice,
there's-
and I'll give you advice on how to get through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's always that slight issue that I mean, in that case, you could give something away.
No, I won't do that. I would never do that.
But yeah, in general, we are careless enough ourselves to do that in our we are in voice call while we're doing these randos, and
Yeah.
sometimes one word just escapes.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty
rather
natural for
shouldn't have said.
randos. Yeah, I would say so. Alright, so Beast coming down to the final bosses here. He is actually Small Mario at 2. You have to be really careful about what he does here.
Yeah, the castle didn't have any power-ups, I think.
No, it didn't. So he can get the mushroom here. He should be fine for Wario. And I think he will be finishing very shortly. Alright, so that's 1 jump, 2, and 3, and Beast is done with an official SRL time of 40:51. GG to Beast. About a 5-minute difference between the two runners, and they will continue with the hard mode randomizer, which, as Deer stated before, can have some pretty significant differences. So one runner could be ahead by as much as a coin or two, and then encounter just, I don't know, what do you want to call it?
Roadblocks.
Roadblocks, yeah, that's a good one.
Physics-induced roadblocks.
Yeah. Alright, so let me reset these coins here.
I'm just switching my console here, so
Alright.
don't
And
worry.
while we're waiting, I'll take a quick break, and I'll be back shortly.